Hello, and welcome to the Department of Vision Sciences at Glasgow Caledonian University. My name is Gunther Loeffler and I'm the head of department. We are excited that you are considering to start your career, being it as an optometrist, orthoptist or an ophthalmic dispenser, with us. GCU is the only university in the UK that offers the combination of all three eye care disciplines, that is optometry, orthoptics and ophthalmic dispensing management. This allows us a unique use of shared teaching and an interprofessional approach to training students. At present, the department has about 30 staff with a wide range of academic, professional and clinical background. Staff in the department are engaged in research, which ensures that all our programs have a research-led teaching culture, an ethos that is valued by employers and external stakeholders. All of our programs place essential emphasis on hands-on practical skills and are supported by state-of-the-art clinical facilities in the shape of the Vision Centre, which is a teaching clinic that is open to the public with several thousand patient visits each year. All programs have a history of producing high-quality graduates who are sought after by employers, both in clinical and industrial settings. The job prospects remain excellent. All of our graduates generally continue with graduate employment. Our programs are also highly rated. They're consistently ranked in the top 3, and we were once again ranked first in the current Complete University Guide. Thank you for considering GCU as your place to study.
Hi, I'm Graham Kennedy, and I'm the Programme Leader for the Undergraduate Optometry Programme here at GCU. Our optometry programme is designed to educate you in the science of vision and the practice of optometry, and to equip you with all the skills and knowledge that you'll need to become a successful eye care professional. GCU is the only university in Scotland with a track record of providing highly rated optometric education over many years, and our programme makes use of the most up-to-date clinical facilities and teaching methods, and is delivered by a team of highly dedicated and experienced staff. In the following short presentation, I hope to give you some insight into the structure and ethos of our optometry programme, to describe what makes our offering unique, and to let you know why I think that optometry at GCU is a really excellent course to study. So the first thing I'd like to do in this presentation is to give you a brief overview of the role of the optometrist, to give you an indication of the kind of skills that you'll acquire as a student on the optometry programme. So one of the key functions of optometrists is in the detection and management of eyesight problems. So optometrists are trained to detect and to measure problems with eyesight and with focusing, and to prescribe and fit spectacles and contact lenses and other aids to vision in order to manage these problems. But optometrists also have a really important role in the detection and management of eye disease. So optometrists are trained to detect and to diagnose a wide range of eye conditions, and they're also trained to prescribe and administer a range of medications in order to be able to treat these eye conditions. I'll come on to that a wee bit later when I talk about options for further study. But there has been a big push in recent years, particularly in Scotland, for optometrists to be seen as the first port of call for any eye condition. So the NHS in Scotland are very keen that members of the public who have an eye problem should not go to the GP or go to a hospital, but instead should go to see their community optometrist in the first instance, because community optometrists are really well placed. They have the expertise and the equipment in order to be able to investigate and to triage patients with eye problems, to decide what the best course of management is going to be for that patient. Next of all, I'll give you just a very quick sketch of the route to qualifying as an optometrist. So the first stage to qualification is to undertake an optometry undergraduate degree, and that's what we offer here at GCU. So we offer a 4-year undergraduate optometry degree. After that, you progress to the pre-registration period. So that's administered by the College of Optometrists. They are the professional body for UK optometry. And they also administer the final qualifying exam. So at the end of the pre-registration period, so that would typically be after a supervised period in practice of around 12 to 15 months, you would undertake a final qualifying exam, and on successful completion of that exam, you would be eligible to register as an optometrist with the General Optical Council. So they are the regulatory body for UK optometry. And at that point, you can work independently as an optometrist. Now, there are various options for further training after qualifying as an optometrist, and one of those is in the area of prescribing medicines for eye conditions. So optometrists now have the opportunity to train to become independent prescribers, which means that they can write prescriptions for a wide variety of medicines to be able to treat many, many different eye conditions. And again, we offer that training here at GCU. In terms of careers in optometry, there are various different options. So the majority of our graduates go on to fulfill a role in community or high street optometry practice. So they're working either in an independently owned practice or working for one of the so-called multiple groups where they have a chain of practices. A small number of our students go on to fulfill a role in hospital optometry. So they are working in hospital eye departments alongside ophthalmologists, ophthalmic nurses, orthoptists, technicians and other healthcare professions to deliver eye care within a hospital setting. And again, a small number of our graduates go on to take up roles in research or in an academic setting or working in industry. So perhaps that would be working in the development of the design and materials for spectacle and contact lenses. Optometry as a career has a good deal of flexibility, and I know many colleagues that I studied with who fulfill various different roles. So I know colleagues who work part of the week in community or high street practice, but also then fulfill sessional work in hospitals or in academic or research settings, and there is the flexibility to be able to do that. Over many years, there's been really good availability of both pre-registration and qualified posts for optometrists. So the job prospects are very good. I say across the UK, there's good availability of posts for our graduates. So what does our optometry degree look like at GCU? So we offer a 4-year BSc Hons in optometry. It's approved by the regulator, by the General Optical Council. It's a highly vocational degree programme. So as well as introducing the basic science that underpins the practice of optometry in the early stages, we also introduce practical work from the word go. So students in the first year will begin to learn techniques for measuring vision and for measuring the strength of corrective lens that a patient would need when they have an eyesight or focusing problem. And they also learn how to measure and to repair and to fit spectacles during the first year as well. We deliver our material through a wide variety of teaching environments, and I'll come on to that in the next slide. One of those environments is our dedicated clinical facility, the GCU Vision Centre, which again I'll talk about a wee bit later on. And during our programme, our students have the opportunity to undertake a variety of community-based and hospital-based practical clinical placements. In terms of how we deliver our material, well, we have a wide variety of material available through our virtual learning environment, and that's called GCU Learn. So that's a repository for lecture notes, for lecture slides, for recordings of classes, for links to additional readings such as textbooks and journal articles. Also through GCU Learn, we administer online discussion forums. So here we have facilitated discussion groups where students can discuss with one another aspects of clinical cases or answers to questions which are being posed. We now have a large number of our lectures available in recorded format. So students, as well as having the opportunity to go and view a lecture face-to-face, can then revisit that material by looking at a recording of the material being delivered. And so that applies to both lectures and to tutorials. We also have introduced in many modules interactive in-class quizzes. So during the course of a class, so that would be a lecture or tutorial, you would have the opportunity to undertake a short quiz or answer other questions in order to be able to check your understanding of the material. And we also have sessions of peer discussion and review where we have groups of students working together with staff to discuss clinical cases that they've seen during their training. In recent years, we've really stepped up our teaching in terms of ocular therapeutics, so that's in the management of eye disease and the prescribing of medicines. And now we have recognition from the regulator, from the GOC, whereby our graduates are able to fast track into training to become independent prescribers because of the volume of teaching that they've had in the undergraduate programme. So our students do the bulk of their clinical practical training in-house, so within the GCU Vision Centre. So that's a clinical facility that's open to the public and in many ways operates like a high street optometry practice in that we offer eye examinations and spectacle and contact lens dispensing. But we also offer a range of specialist clinical services that you wouldn't necessarily find in every high street optometry practice. So we have dedicated specialist services for patients with dry eye disease, patients with problem with their binocular vision. We've got specialist clinical services for colour vision, in low vision or visual impairment, myopia control, paediatrics, and also individuals with complex needs. So when students are working in the Vision Centre, they are doing it for real. They're seeing members of the public with real eye problems, and they're being supervised and working alongside experienced members of clinical staff. So what sets our optometry programme at GCU aside? Well, we offer interdisciplinary training as part of our programme. So we are at GCU the only UK institution that offers training for optometrists, orthoptists and dispensing opticians within one department. And I think that's really important in the context of modern eye care provision, where we foster the sense of being part of a team and working in an interdisciplinary manner with other professions. We have excellent student performance. Our students are well qualified and well motivated, and we have typical progression rates from one year to the next of greater than or equal to 95%. Data that we get from the College of Optometrists indicates that graduates from our optometry programme at GCU perform at an above average level at all stages during their pre-registration period. And GCU is currently ranked in the top 3 in the Complete University Guide in the UK for optometry, ophthalmology and orthoptics. In the last National Student Survey, we had 100% overall satisfaction rating. So that's from our final year students who had completed this survey. And here's a few quotes that we got from the most recent National Student Survey, which gives an indication of what our students say and think about us. They say that we have great training facilities. So the GCU Vision Centre, as I say, is equipped with state-of-the-art equipment. The social side of the course is really, really good. So we have a very active GCU Optics Society, which represents the students within our Students' Association. So they run lots of social and fundraising events for students, which are very well supported. The third point here about lecturers being friendly and supportive, I think is really important. Our staff tend to adopt an open door policy. That is, if students have a problem, then staff generally will make themselves available to discuss problems with students. And I think students really appreciate having that support on hand. So hopefully that gives you a flavour for what our optometry degree consists of. I think that the students who undertake our programme feel at the end of their degree as if they've had a wide-ranging and varied experience. As I say, they are educated both in the basic science that underpins optometry, but they get lots of practical clinical training as well, using very up-to-date equipment.
Hello, I'm Nadia Northway. I'm the programme lead for the BSc Honours Orthoptics programme. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about working in the Department of Vision Sciences, and then I'm going to tell you some more about the orthoptic programme. So in this picture, you'll see me on the right, and on the left, you'll see Claudine Wallace, who's another lecturer in orthoptics within the department. Now, we don't normally wear ball gowns when we go to work. However, this is just an exemplar of the sort of activities that we enjoy with our students. And this is the eyeball, a yearly get together for us at the end of the academic year to celebrate all the things we've achieved in that year. This just gives you an insight into how we work with our students and value teaching you that we take part in these sort of events. And I'm going to hopefully share with you our commitment and dedication to you in the next few minutes. Now, one of the unique things about working at Glasgow Caledonian University is that we deliver all 3 programmes at undergraduate level, plus some master's level provision to international students. So we have orthodontics, optometry and ophthalmic dispensing management. And that we're the only institution in the UK that provide all 3 programmes in one place. And the benefit of that is that our students get insight into all the different professions with the eye care professions, but they also get the expertise from a range of eye care professionals. They have a very, very well-rounded education. Over and above that, orthodontic students will also do lectures with other allied health professions, nurses and social work, etc. So you're learning about the types of professions you will work alongside when you qualify in your chosen field. Because we've got such a rounded and interprofessional approach to our education, our students have got excellent job prospects. We know that employers value this about them. So let's just remind ourselves what orthodontics is. So some people apply for it and they're not very sure, and we know that. But let's just remind ourselves how fascinating a profession it is. Now, there are around 1,500 orthodontists in the UK. We're a small profession, but we're highly specialised in what we do. So our main interests are in the muscle systems of the eye and how the brain uses vision. So when we're learning to see and how we use it when we're developing and learning, and how our brain uses our eyes once we're older. In particular, we're interested in the muscles and the nerve systems. So we diagnose and manage a range of conditions, and this is growing all the time. We do have a lot of paediatric patients, so it's essential that you like children. But on the other hand, we're seeing more and more elderly patients coming to see us. With the fact that people are living for longer, we're seeing more and more people in their older age groups. And that's because they have a number of conditions that are thought to specialise in dealing with. And that's our core work. But within the wider scheme of things, we're taking part in other roles: glaucoma management, diabetic retinopathy screening, stroke rehab. There are lots of opportunities for you to develop your career within orthodontics. More recently, we've seen the development of orthodontists as second theatre assistants, where they're helping with the surgery. They're doing Botox injections for spasm facial muscles, for example. They're even getting involved in the intravitreal injections that help patients who have age-related macular degeneration, which is one of the commonest reasons we go blind in older age. So really the world's your oyster. And we feel that we give you a good grounding, not to be an expert in these extended roles, but a good grounding in which you might want to develop your expertise once you qualify. Most orthodontists are currently employed within the NHS, but I think that might start to change when we see the roles that they're starting to use and develop as we go forward in the future. But it's important that you like working with a range of people, and that you'll do that with a range of doctors, nurses and other health professionals. Now, as you know, the orthodontic programme is 4 years. It's highly vocational, and one of the key areas where you will develop your expertise is when you go on placement. And placement is a really important environment for you to learn in the real world. Our hospital placements are throughout the United Kingdom, and we do that in partnership with the other universities that teach orthodontics. But we also have international opportunities as well for students who wish to take them. And we're always developing new partnerships with other countries. When you finish your degree, you'll be registrable. You'll be able to go and work straight away. What's new in our course? Well, we are at the forefront of developments within the orthodontic profession. And one of the more recent ones was new legislation that allowed orthodontists to use, administer and supply medicines. So all our graduates will leave the university with this qualification embedded within their undergraduate degree. This is something we feel will be really valuable and will allow us to use the extended knowledge that we've been developing as you go forward in your careers. Because we're giving you this holistic education which involves all of eye care, but with a specialist focus in the areas of orthodontics, we feel that you have excellent employment prospects, that you will be at the forefront of workforce development within ophthalmology. We know that there's a growing need for professionals to be able to carry out a range of different roles, as well as the key roles that orthoptists can provide. Our qualification is internationally recognised, and we know that some of our students do have goals to go and work overseas once they qualify. Equally, we would love to have students from overseas, and we've already had a number of overseas students come and study with us. So in conclusion, if you like biology, you like meeting people, you quite like older and younger people, and you want to work as part of a team who problem solves and can help people get better, then I think orthoptics is a good career. There's no 2 days the same in an orthoptic clinic. We have such a diversity of patients with a range of conditions from very mild to very, very serious, that no 2 days are ever the same. It's difficult to get bored in orthoptics. However, if you really want to help people, then that's really important. And I think this is a profession where you really can help people, and you can build relationships with your patients who you'll see over a number of years. So we'd like you to come and join us in September. We'd like you to be part of our programme. We value our students. We do that in lots of different ways. We take part in charity things that we do together. We support each other with peer learning, so your students will help each other with their learning. You will be involved in interviewing our future students. That gives you an impact in terms of who might be your future colleagues. And we'd like you to share your ideas for how the course might go forward and develop. We speak to our students after they've graduated and have become qualified orthoptists, and their valuable input is still part of how we see and develop the new elements to the programme. So you might find us doing any of the things on this page, including developing our communication skills, using clinical instrumentation to examine the eye, putting medicines in the eye. These are all things that our students will become adept at doing in their 4 years. You'll have other opportunities though. You'll be sitting with peers learning in a variety of different classroom environments. You'll take part in different types of examinations. You might even be invited to present some findings at a meeting, for example, with some of our orthoptic colleagues. You'll certainly be going to theatre if you're going to visit the hospital, and you'll see surgery in action, and you might actually be helping the surgeon, taking a key role in helping the patient have their squint sorted. You'll be learning in our state-of-the-art vision centre. But we just don't always focus on learning. Sometimes we like to have fun too. We have our yearly Christmas jumper party. We have the yearly eyeball where we all get dressed up and we go and celebrate the end of the academic year. Such a key point in the academic calendar for us all, staff and students. We have days out, and we even have fun in the classroom. You'll see us here with our Halloween outfits on, celebrating Halloween and learning at the same time. The university's motto is for the common good, and we take that to heart. And we've done a number of fundraising activities for local charity visibility and also for RNIB. These are charities that we feel we have a role to play with, and we try and support them. We like to celebrate your success, and here are some lovely photographs of our students at graduation. This is where we're all aiming to get you to. After you leave us, you'll go on and start, hopefully, a very enjoyable and long career within orthoptics. And we're proud to have been able to be part of your journey in achieving your goals in that respect. But if you want something a bit drier, well, we've got the figures that support all of this. We've got good progression rates. We've got high satisfaction. Students' quotes reflect that. They like the fact that the staff are interested, motivated, and interested in their development. We've got great facilities. We've got lots of different environments and partnerships that we work with so that you can get the best learning you can possibly get. And you'll make friends, and these will be lifelong friends. But if you don't believe me, and you don't believe the figures, then maybe you'd like to hear from our students.
In orthoptics, we're more looking at how the eye muscles work. We get to see things like how the eyes move in conditions like thyroid eye disease and things like brain tumours, strokes.
Some days you'll come into your clinic in the morning and it could be a children's clinic, so you're seeing children all day. It can be children who just need a patch, like you've probably seen them walking around, little kids with patches on. And then in the afternoon you could have a stroke clinic, so it's mainly all your patients that have had strokes. You could come in the next day and you could be in the operating theatre assisting the doctor.
During term time you get your like your daily placements, so you go once a week, and then during summer you get to go on a block placement, so it's every kind of like 2 weeks in first year, 4 weeks in second year, and then in third year you go for 6 weeks. I like the idea that you can work with like babies, kids, and then like adults in their 40s and then the elderly.
We've got some orthoptists who are doing laser surgeries alongside the doctors, and we've got some who are doing intravitreal injections and things like that to the back of the eye.
We see mostly patients with squints and double vision, or if it's children, they've got like struggling vision. So as orthoptists, we do all the preschool visual screenings. So we go out to the nurseries and we see all the kids then. So we like to catch them early if they're having any visual problems, if they've maybe got squints that they've never noticed, if they're needing glasses or anything like that. It is very helpful if you are a people person, so you're able to sort of chat to people and sort of gain their trust, so you can chat to them quite easily. It's also important to be a good listener and things like that as well, because it is quite a healthcare course. It's more about caring for people and looking after them, so if you're that kind of person, then this would be the course for you.
Hi, my name is Peter Rafferty. I am the programme lead for the BSc Ophthalmic Dispensing Management programme at Glasgow, Caledonian University. I would like to take this opportunity to show you and present a small presentation with regards to your course and the profession in general. Within the Department of Vision Sciences is where our BSc Ophthalmic Dispensing Management takes place. This is the only full-time programme in Scotland and is highly rated by the students. During and after completion of your degree, job prospects are excellent. Some course information. The degree will last for 3 years, and during the 3 years there will be theory and practical aspects that are co-taught with other vision programmes, orthoptics and optometry. Within our vision centre is where our ophthalmic dispensing practical aspects take place. Primarily, dispensing optician roles are to fit and supply spectacles. These spectacles can be for general wear, sunglass, special optical appliances, or safety eyewear. Many students, after graduating, manage the practices that they're working in, and some may even own their own practices. To qualify as a fully dispensing optician, everyone must take 1 year supervision in practice. After this 1 year supervision, professional exams must be taken, and after successful completion of the professional exams, you must fully register with the General Optical Council. This supervision can also be done on a part-time basis. Careers within ophthalmic dispensing are primarily in the high street practice. This can be small independent practices or one of the large multiples. Some students, after graduating, can move into industry and further enhance their career within that division. As I said, some will move into management and manage their own practices. Primarily, the salary for a fully qualified dispensing optician can range between £18,000 and £25,000. If specialised tasks are taken within most practices, e.g. being a manager or contact lens fitter or the supply of low vision aids, the salary can then vary from £25,000 to £35,000. Practice owners will considerably earn more.
Welcome to the GCU Vision Centre. I'm Michael Welsh, a dispensing optician and a member of the clinical and academic team here at GCU. The Vision Centre is a cutting-edge clinical and teaching facility contained within the university campus. With our state-of-the-art dispensary and examination facility, We offer a wide variety of eye care services to our staff, students and to the general public. The centre is unique in Scotland, allowing our optometry dispensing and orthoptic students the opportunity to establish and develop their clinical skills and techniques via tutorials, practicals and clinical time with patients, all within the Vision Centre campus.